Welcome back to Strategies of a Savage CEO. I am your host, Demi, and this episode is about to be a really big freaking reality check for you. So buckle up, get your drink, listen in, whatever it is you need to do. But I also want to make sure that you are ready to take massive action by the end of this episode. So get ready to be activated into your money making savage mode. What's up, Savages? You're listening to the Strategies of a Savage CEO podcast. I'm your host, Demi, and if you don't know me yet, it is no wonder you're not making the sales that you want to be making in your business, but that's about to fucking change. I've scaled my business to almost 8 figures in revenue over the past few years, and I've helped thousands of women make the money they deserve. Not through fluffy things like manifestation or energy work, but through real, non-BS money-making strategies that drive insane results. I'm talking things like crafting powerful content rooted in actual human psychology so that you know every single time you post it's going to convert. I'm talking about designing irresistible offers and building recurring revenue streams in your business structure. I'm talking about implementing real systems that actually scale your business into a 7-figure brand. It is time for you to go full savage mode with your business strategy to truly get the results you not only want but deserve. So let's get into the episode. The truth is, and I see this way too often, is that too many women are playing way smaller. They're playing a scared little game when it comes to business. And if you are somebody who wants to scale a very big business and brand, you cannot be somebody that plays a safe game. Okay. Safe gets you average results. If you want to be in the 100th percentile of what everybody else is doing, right? Let's say you want to be grouped in with the 99% of people that get the average results, then you can play a safe game. If you want to be in the room with people that are the 1% and actually get crazy, insane results, then you have to be willing to get a little crazy and take a little bit of risk, okay? I think one of the biggest things that I had to really build up as I was growing and scaling this business was my risk tolerance and trusting myself and building that muscle. I think that when everybody starts off, it's very rare, I would say, to see an entrepreneur start off and just immediately have this entrepreneurial mindset of I need to go and I'm going to invest and I know I have to spend money to make money and I know I have to show up and do these things that are going to be extremely uncomfortable. I'm going to do them anyways. And because there's a lot of learning along the way too, but you really have to build that self-trust muscle. And that's how it happened for me anyways, right? Is like I didn't start off being able to be like, okay, 50K, pay in full, like, cool, let's go. Like, that doesn't even phase me, like it didn't start off that way. I started off buying like $7 things on Etsy and wondering if this was going to work and all of these things. But I think that it's just sometimes this is the way that I've really had to adopt entrepreneurial mindset if I wanted to be the person that scaled a really big brand. And I always share this story. There's a video of me in 2020 and I got on Instagram and, it was on my business account. And I said, listen, watch me. I'm going to be the person that builds $1 million brand. I know where I want to go. I know what it effing takes to get there. Like I'm going to do whatever it freaking takes. And you guys can just watch me make this happen. And I always relate back to that video because that version of me, she was literally shitting her pants. That was the moment that I had made my very first big investment into my business. It was about a $16,000 investment. And that was the moment where I was like, this is where everything changes for me. And I'm going to be the person that shows everybody else in the room up because I'm going to be the one that's willing to make bigger moves. And I'm going to make moves that are bigger than people that are further along than me. And I'm going to skyrocket past them. And that was just the mentality that I had. And lo and behold, now people that were big names when I started are the ones that are hiring me to help them with their business that is in an income dip because they just don't have the proper strategy that they need or they got complacent, right, with the moves. And I think that one of the things that you signed up for when you clicked the box of entrepreneurship and you wanted to start this business was you signed up for risk. You didn't know if it was going to work. You still don't know if it's going to work, but are you willing to do what it takes to make it work? And you have all of that power and all of that control. And so that's the whole theme of this episode is going to be around your mindset and is going to be around not letting fear or doubts or, the way that other people are moving dictate the moves that you make as somebody who is going to be a savage CEO, right? That's the way I view it is when it comes to strategy. I'm going to teach you all of that and you can have the best strategy in the world. But if you're not the person that's willing to move for that strategy and implement it and get yourself next to people who are going to push you and challenge you and show you what to do, because also strategy, it requires risk, right? It could be ads, it could be that new launch plan, like whatever it might be, it's still going to require you to show the fuck up and take risk. Because you could even still have the best strategy in the entire world, but nobody has a magic crystal ball and can predict how everything is going to go. But that's just the part of entrepreneurship that you have to fall in love with. Like, I have fallen so in love with this journey of being a savage CEO and this journey of trial and error and this journey of what if I fail? Who cares? Like, I'm going to get up and I'm going to become that much stronger in this journey of personal development that being a CEO actually is. And there's been so many times that I've fallen so hard on my ass, but I just continue to get back up because I'm a savage, right? I say what I'm going to do and I go out there and I make it happen. And I think that there's too many women that should be having better results in their business, but because of their mindset, because of fear, because of doubt, because of scarcity, because they're unwilling to take risk, they are not seeing the results that they should be, right? And that's just, it's a sad thing for me because there are so many women that have incredible gifts and are amazing and have this genius. Like some of my clients that I just witnessed them speak in their expertise, and I'm like, you should be on stages. Where have you been? Like, well, I need this on social media. I need everybody to know your name. But in order to make that happen, that's again, it requires you to take risk, right? And so many women are doing themselves such a disservice by not making the moves that are going to get them seen and building the businesses that they were meant to and creating that impact that they should be having because they're unwilling to do what it takes. And so that's not going to be you from this moment on. Like that's just, it's not you. That's not what we're here to do. And being a savage CEO, it's not just this like cute little title to have. It's not, I don't want to create this movement of people that are savages that just want to be a part of something but don't actually take the actions or embody what that means. And so being a savage CEO to me, it's a way of operating, it's a way of being, it's an embodiment that you take on. It's a persona almost that you take on. And for me, like, let's even say, like, in my relationships, like, in my relationship, when I'm not working, I'm the princess. Like, I am the girl. Like, I like to be the feminine energy. But, in business, I'm the savage. I'm the freaking boss. Like, what I say goes. I don't need no man. Like, it's just, it's that different persona almost that you embody and you take on when you step into the business side of things. And so I want that for you. I want that to be a way of operating because that way of operating allows you to run your business like a damn empire and not a hobby and actually get the results then that you're meant for. Okay. So today that's what we're talking about. What it actually means to be a savage CEO, why you need to be one, how to ditch the nice girl, little girl energy that's keeping you broke and unseen and being trampled over and being not chosen to be the one hired. And what I personally do as well to move through fears that come up because I'm still human at the end of the day. Like I still have fears and how I worked myself through taking bigger risks and how I do go all in. And when you're ready to step up, like this is the episode you can listen to time and time again. So Savage CEO, it is not about being somebody who just like wants success, right? Everybody wants success. Everybody wants the 50K months. Everybody wants to be seen as the one to hire. Everybody wants that, right? But it's about being the one that decides she's going to have it and then being the one that makes the moves to go out there and get it. I think that so many people compare, and I've heard this so many times. Oh, like, why don't I have the results like she does? Or so everybody's hiring her and not me. And they go into this place of comparison. But when you look at the moves that they're making compared to that other person that they're comparing themselves to, they don't even there's no comparison at all, right? The person that has the results is the one taking the bigger moves, is the one doing things that the other person might be unwilling to do, and there lies the difference, right? So when I say savage CEO, I think of somebody who is not waiting around for permission, is not trying to find the evidence, she's creating it, is somebody who doesn't let her fears or doubt hold her back, somebody who realizes that time is the only unrenewable resource, right? That time is the only thing you can't get back. Somebody who wants to be able to look at herself in the mirror every day and say, thank God you went for it, like no what ifs whatsoever. You want to live a life and a business that you can tell story about, like not playing it safe, right? You want to be the one that's the legend that has like, you take stories to your grave, and maybe that's a bit morbid, but that's how I view it, is like, what stories do I want to be able to tell my kids one day? What stories do I want to be able to share like with people that show them what's possible? Like that's what I truly believe we are here to do, is like life is, there's so many fucking rules that we didn't even make up, that like they're literally made up rules just to try to keep you in line, to try to keep you in societal norms. And for me, being a savage CEO and being somebody who creates this crazy life and insane wealth is about breaking all of those rules and doing it our way, right? And so for me, it's like somebody who is not shrinking or succumbing to those societal standards, but going out there and maybe making a lot of other people realize that what they've been doing is playing small, right? Like you're somebody when people aren't always 100% comfortable around you, and that's not a bad thing, right? You're somebody who pushes other people, your clients, whoever, to go out there and actually get the results that they want. But you have to be a leading embodiment of that and a walking example of that. And that comes with story. Hey, Savages, Demi here. I hope you're enjoying the episode so far. I've got a very quick but game-changing message for you. If you are ready to take your content from being a nice girl to a mother effing boss and not only create content that demands attention and respect, but actually attracts high level, high paying clients that see you as the authority and best option to work with, I want to invite you to come into my Savage Content Collective membership. This is the place where women just like you are taking my exact strategies for posting and content prompts and turning them into daily sales. I'm talking about women making $45,000 in just 3 weeks after a complete sales drought, or women that have been attracting five-figure painful clients and having their fastest sales ever after posting. If you are ready to stop guessing and start generating real revenue from your content, this is for you. And when you join, you're going to get immediate access to weeks of content prompts and some of my best social media trainings. If you DM me the word podcast on Instagram right now, I am going to send you a special discount to actually join the Savage Content Collective. It is time for you to stop posting any old content and actually start getting paid high ticket and attracting the best clients for you from your content. Now let's get back into the episode. A lot of clients come to me, and that's the first thing we talk about when we talk about their content, or why somebody should buy from them. What's the story behind this? What did you do that was different or crazy or whatever that most people would be, that's going to get you the attention, right? That's going to inspire. And if you don't have those stories, then that's probably one of the reasons that you don't have the audience or the community, the money that you want to be making, right? So whenever I think about my moves that I'm making as a CEO and things that are risky or things that, I could easily fail at, I think about what an amazing story this is going to make. What amazing content this is going to make. What an inspiration this is going to be to somebody. This is why people are going to hire me in the long run. So why the hell would I not do it, right? Because here's the thing is that most women, they're not like not seeing the results because they're not incredible at what they do. They're not seeing the results that they want because they are still playing in a little girl energy, right? It's not that they don't have the skills. It's not that they're not made for it. It's just that they're operating in, there's still a piece of resistance in their brain that's that little like monster on your shoulder of what if this doesn't work? What if I fall on my face? And we want to keep ourselves safe. That's just human nature. We're designed to keep ourselves safe. But when you can put that little voice in your head aside and you can say, I'm going to be the one that keeps myself safe no matter what. And kind of life do I want to create? Then we go for it, right? And you make that decision to make that move. Okay. So when I think about little girl energy, I think about energy that's like waiting to be picked, waiting to be the one, waiting around to see what happens. And when I think about like little girl energy, it's like waiting for that validation or waiting, like I said, waiting for the evidence or waiting for something to feel right. And listen, I'm all for alignment and I think that's all great and blah, blah, I want to feel good and all this bullshit. But like, it doesn't mean comfort. Business is not comfortable. It means doing what it actually takes to get the results. And like when I think about a savage CEO, she plays the game to win, right? She learns the strategy. She is the strategy. She adapts. She moves. She looks fear right in the face and says, fuck off. Like she literally says, fuck it. I'm going to do this. This is insanity. But this is the life that I want to be able to build for myself. And so the question is, are you playing to win or are you playing to not lose? That's the difference. Are you playing a game not to lose, right? A safe game. Or are you playing the game to take some risks and get a big ass fucking reward for it, right? And have the story to tell. That's going to help you stand out. So for me, I had to ditch that little girl energy. When I said to myself, I'm going to be the one that builds a seven-figure brand, that little girl energy could not come with me. And I instead had to become the mother effing boss and build a freaking empire, right? I didn't get to, we're almost at eight figures. That's fucking insane. Like, we might be at eight figures in all-time revenue by the end of 2025, which is fucking crazy. Like absolutely insane. That feels weird for me to even say out loud, but I built that because I was able to move through fear and because I was savage about strategy for the business. Okay, I took risks, I invested, I made decisions like the $1 million version of me would at all times, right? The first time I raised my prices, I was absolutely terrified. That still is something that I think about. Oh, is somebody gonna buy? And then I have to like bring myself back to reality. Of course, you've proven to yourself time and time again that they will every single time I raise my prices, right? The first time I was like, no, I'm the expert at this. And I own the fuck out of that online. That was pretty scary, right? Who would you like you have those thoughts. Who does she think she is? I had to move through that. I had to really remind myself that people that are my people and that are going to hire me, they're going to see me as that authority, but I have to see myself as that person first, right? I don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks. And I think that that's something that is so helpful in business because you're going to have people that disagree with you. There's no way you're going to be able to please everybody. And so you have to get out of that people pleaser energy as well, which was something that was very hard for me. And I still work on to this day, but I had to leave the people pleaser in me behind, right? The things that I was scared to do, I had to do anyways, holding that boundary, holding that standard, like whatever that is, and stating that opinion, being bolder in my messaging. And so that's one of the ways that I absolutely scaled the business to where it is today, right? I took bigger bets on myself. And I think that's where most people like lose their power as well and give their power away because a lot of people will hire a mentor, let's just say, and be like, well, that mentor knows everything. And so I'm giving, like, basically they give all their power away to the mentor and they forget that they are the power. Like, even in any mentorship that I've ever hired, I've never put my mentor on a pedestal to say, like, she's going to be the one that has all the answers and it has to work. And if it doesn't, it's her fault. Like, it's always been about me taking radical responsibility for that and leaning on a mentor to amplify my power and my gifts, not play a smaller game or like lose my power in under mentorship. And I think that's where a lot of people need to work on their discernment as well when it comes to mentorship. But for me, it's always about betting on me. It wasn't about betting on my mentor who I was paying. It was about betting on myself. And when you can view your strategy and you can view like your way of operating from that lens, you're going to step into your own power in an even bigger way. And you're going to see bigger results because of that. Okay. What I've learned is that your business doesn't grow when you feel ready. You know, it grows because you decide that you're going to be the one that actually goes all in and makes it happen, right? I went live every single day for a goddamn year to make this happen. I did free masterclass after launch event to make this happen. I invested hundreds of thousands of dollars to make this happen. I have done everything, you name it, I've done it to make this happen. And that's why I have the results that I have. It's because I've been such a savage about doing what it takes and taking risk. Did I know when I launched this podcast that it was going to hit? Nope. Did I know when I put time into, well, I don't know, whatever I do, that it's going to be a success? Do I know every single time that offer is going to 100% launch and sell out? No, but I do it anyways. And I tweak and I learn because I'm strategy savvy as well. Even throughout a launch, I know exactly what to look for, tweak, analyze, and shift so that I can have even better results. And so I think that's something that you also need to start learning for yourself and start seeing yourself as that person that just goes for it. So when you look at yourself in the mirror next time, ask yourself, are you really being a CEO? Are you really being a savage about going after what it is that you want? And how can you turn up the dial? Okay. So stop wasting time. There's never going to be a perfect time. It's never coming, ever. It is never, ever going to come. And that goes for anything in life, not even just business. Okay. Whatever you want to do, go out there, start making moves to make it happen. Start going after it. Go watch that movie, do that thing, go to that place that you've had in your saved in your TikTok collection of things to do forever. Like, go and make it happen. Okay. It's not just going to magically happen for you. Get obsessed with strategy. You have to be obsessed with your strategy. Feelings are great, but your actual game plan is what matters because on the days that you don't feel good, how the fuck do you show up if you don't have the strategy working for you? Okay. I want you to take uncomfortable action. It's the only way you grow, right? Your comfort zone's a nice place to be, but nothing will grow there. So fear doesn't mean don't do it. Fear actually means press go and work through it, because the only way you also work through fear and create evidence is by doing. Okay. All of your mindset shit could probably be solved by you actually taking more action, and own your damn authority. Like, what are you so freaking good at? Go out there and scream it from the rooftops of how good you are and why and what your process is and what your story is. People need to know those things, okay? And that's how you start moving like a savage CEO. When you stop treating your business like, a hobby, or you stop treating your business like, this safe, this play safe to always win, right? It's like you go to the casino and you're betting safe. Okay? Like, this is a perfect example, because I'm going to Vegas in a couple weeks and I'm very excited. But when you go to a casino, okay, and you bet, you go to the penny slots or whatever, right? And you bet a cent, I don't know, 5 cents here and there every single time. And you end up losing actually in the long run. You end up losing more money in the long run, right? Versus, let's say for an example, you bet a little bit higher, and guess what? Your odds, they just went up. Your odds get better. You win more money. People are not winning the $25,000 jackpot off a penny bet, you know? It's like you have to look at it like that. What is your risk tolerance? You have to continuously up that. If you want to win big in entrepreneurship, if you want to be in that 1%, okay? So your next level is not waiting for you to be more ready already now. Get ready. That's the thing, is like you'll never be ready. You get yourself ready by getting into action. So you have to stop waiting and really start actually just being a business owner, like that you claim to be online. So many people are online and they say this, make these claims about being a leader and all these things that they're doing behind the scenes, and then when it comes to making any sort of move, they run scared like a little girl, in like a diaper. I always say, put your red badass thong on and boss the fuck up to go out there and make the money that you want to make, right? And have the impact that you're meant to make. So if this episode hit home for you, good, go apply it. Go and do that thing that you've been putting off. Because I know there's something. I know there is something right now that you have been putting off that you know that you want to do in your heart of hearts. And you've been scared to do it, or you've been saying, oh, I'll do it next month. Go fucking do it right now and watch what happens. Everything will start to change when you start operating like that, okay? And when you're ready to move like a savage CEO and actually start making the money at the level that you deserve, you should also be coming into my Savage Strategy Accelerator program. Like, this is where you get the strategies of a savage to go out there and actually implement to see results. When you are ready for real results in business, you want to build a long-term brand. You want to have consistent revenue. You want to scale to 20K, 30K months and beyond. Like, that is when you come into Savage Strategy Accelerator. It is my signature program where I'm going to teach you my Make Millions method, which is the foundations of a solid brand. It is the foundations of my brand. It is what I know works. And clients are seeing incredible results. One client actually just had her very first $30,000 month. She came to me. She was scrambling for 5K. And in 2 months, she hit a $30,000 month. That does not happen on accident. That happens because she got fucking savage about who she was hiring, me. She made a good choice and she got the real clarity that she needed. And she went out there and started taking action like a badass. And that 30K month, that was not luck. That was complete savage strategy. So we're not waiting anymore. We're going to go out there. We're going to do what it takes. We're building empires. And I'm so excited that you are here. So I will see you in the very next episode of Strategies of a Savage CEO. Thank you as always for tuning in. I love ya. And I am so excited to go out there and watch you just fucking kill it.